Welcome to Emotional Mojo. As always, we have a great show planned for you guys today. I'm Michelle Yarn, along with National Certified Counselor Jada Jackson and Registered Dietitian and Nutritionist Tara Gaitis. So we're going to jump right in with the Change Your Life Challenge.
Okay, Michelle, so October is National Bullying Prevention Month, and today we want to start with the source of the problem, the bullies and the parents who raised them. Now, most parents are not aware that their child might actually be the bully and not necessarily the victim. Research suggests that parents that yell and scream at their children will more than likely produce bullies. So, why do kids bully?
And this is important because we talk about Bully Prevention Month, and I feel like we always do focus on the victims.
The victims,
but if we don't fix the people who are causing the problem, then how can we stop it, right?
Absolutely, and that starts with education. Because believe it or not, a lot of the problems that we go through is because of ignorance, and not ignorance in a negative way, but just lack of education.
No parent wants to admit that they may be raising a child who picks on other people too.
So you were saying that it's often in a household where the parents are shouting or screaming at their kids.
If we look at this from a psychosocial perspective, what we understand about children is that children will do what you do, not necessarily what you say.
Right. It's
so
the
if
learned
you're
behavior.
it's the learned behavior, and it's what you model to your children. That's what they're going to do. So how do we know if your child is a bully, or how can we identify it?
Yeah, why do they do it?
For a number of reasons. To fit in, believe it or not, that's the biggest one. If you look at research, they want to fit in with their peers, so they may do what their peers are doing, and they may bully. And there's the peer pressure and this "I'm better than you" attitude. We actually see that a lot with girls.
Yes.
And indirect aggression. And we'll talk a little bit, the mean girls, right? We'll talk a little bit about that later. And being bullied, what can parents do? Here's the thing. The positive communication, we just talked about, you're yelling and you're screaming at your child, and Tara, we talked about this before. Don't hit your child out of anger, but don't yell and scream at your child out of anger either, because it's doing the same thing.
And to them, they say, okay, so when you're angry, this is how you deal with it, by yelling and shouting and hitting, right?
Absolutely. And so here are the ideas. Share your ideas and talk with them, meaning treat your child like a real person.
Instead of automatically going to that screaming behavior, calm down and actually have a conversation.
Having a conversation. So positive communication, share ideas, and then finally meet the friend's parents.
Their friends or the people they're bullying?
They're all of their friends.
Okay. Any of their peers?
Any of their peers. It's developing a community, and so that you know the parents, they know you, and that actually prevents some bullying, believe it or not, because the parents are involved.
Right, so that they feel comfortable talking to you.
Absolutely. So that's the challenge, and what we want you to do is, these are all the things that you need to know first, but what we want you to do is go out and have that conversation.
Today.
Today.
That is the challenge.